Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, before we get started in today's case, I do want to mention that in the last case that I done, which was the case of Summer Wells, I don't think it was the last case, the case before that, comments kept being disabled for some reason. YouTube just kept disabling the comments, so I'm really sorry for that. But if you guys do have any suggestions, please leave it under another video or something, because comments just won't stay up on that video. Now, before we get into today's case, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I upload new videos. And also leave comments in this video below of any suggestions of crime cases that you do have. So without further ado, let's just get straight into today's case. So this is a pretty popular case about a girl named Jennifer Pan. So Jennifer Pan was born on the 17th of June 1986. Jennifer Pan's mother, Big A Pan, born Luong, and father Yan Pan were immigrants from the Chinese diaspora in Vietnam to Canada, and was born and educated in Vietnam, moving to Canada in 1979 as a political refugee. Big also immigrated as a refugee. The couple were married in Toronto and lived in Scarborough. Their two children are Jennifer and Felix. The Pans found work at Magna International, an auto parts manufacturer in Aurora, Ontario, and worked as a tool and die maker while Big made car parts. The couple persistently worked hard for their money to ensure that their children had the upbringing and opportunities they themselves had missed out on. Anne and Big were thrifty, and by 2004 were financially stable enough to purchase a large house with a two-car garage on a residential street in Markham, a city in the Greater Toronto area with a large Asian population. Big drove a Lexus ES300 and Han drove a Mercedes-Benz C-Class. They had accumulated $200,000 in savings. Jennifer's parents set many goals for their children and had extremely high expectations of them. Jennifer was made to take piano lessons at the age of 4, as well as figure skating classes, where she trained most days during the week. She had hopes of becoming an Olympic figure skating champion until she tore a ligament in her knee. Jennifer attended Mary Ward Catholic Secondary School persuaded him to allow her to stay, as she had not completed high school due to failing. She eventually began working to finish high school completely and was later encouraged by her parents to apply to university. She was, however, forbidden to contact Wong or to go anywhere except for her piano teaching job. Nevertheless, she and Wong spoke secretly during this period. By the time Jennifer was 24, Wong had grown weary of trying to pursue a relationship with her, as Jennifer was so daunted and restricted by her parents that she lived at home and only met him in secret. Wong broke off his relationship with Jennifer and began to date another young woman. After learning of the new relationships, Pan claimed to Wong that a man had entered her house showing what appeared to be a police badge, after which several men had rushed in and gang raped her. She claimed that after this a bullet was mailed to her, and that both of these events were orchestrated by Wong's new girlfriend. In spring 2010, Pan was in contact with Andrew Montemayor, a high school friend who she claims had boasted in their high school years about robbing people at knife point. An assertion denied by Montemayor. Montemayor introduced her to Ricardo Duncan, a goth kid, whom Pan claims she gave $1,500 to kill her father in the parking lot at his workplace. Duncan alleged that she once gave him $200 for a night out, but that he returned it and that he rebuffed her when she asked him to kill her parents. Pan and Wong were back in contact at this time and, according to the police, came up with a plan to hire a professional hitman for $10,000 to kill her parents, calculating that she would then inherit $500,000. They planned to move in together. Wong connected Pan with a man, Lenford Roy Crawford, Jamaican-born, whom he called Homeboy, and gave her a SIM card and an iPhone so that she could contact Crawford without using her usual cell phone. Crawford contacted another man named Eric Shawn, so-called Sniper Carty, who in turn contacted Montreal-born David Malvaganam. You cannot pronounce that, or I'll just call him David. Crawford lived in Brampton and David lived in Toronto, while Carty, who previously lived in Rexdale, Toronto, at the time did not have a fixed residence. The Crown prosecution stated that David was one of the hitmen. Carty was later found responsible for evidence from Han, which differed greatly from Pan's version, also undermined her credibility. The trial included over 200 exhibits. Over 50 witnesses testified at the trial. Pan, Wong, David and Crawford were all convicted on December 13th, 2014, and each received a life sentence, with no chance of parole for 25 years. Originally, Carty was tried with the other perpetrators, Edward Sapiano. Carter's lawyer fell ill, so around the summer of 2014 his case was declared a mistrial. In December 2015, Carty received an 18-year sentence after pleading guilty to conspiring to commit murder, with eligibility for parole after 9 years. According to Carty, he did not wish to subject Han Pan to another criminal trial. Jennifer Pan was sentenced to life with no chance of parole for 25 years for the murder of her mother and attempted murder of her father. Pan's father and brother requested a court order that banned her from ever contacting members of her surviving family again. Despite the objections of the defense lawyers, the judge filed the order. Pan is also banned from ever contacting one again. As of 2016, Pan was serving her sentence at the Grand Valley Institution for Women in Kitchener, Ontario. Wong, previously held in Lindsay, Ontario, was at Collins Bay Institution in Kingston, Ontario. David was at Atlantic Institution in Rennes, New Brunswick. Crawford was at Kent Institution in Axis, British Columbia. Carty, who requested to go to a federal prison in Western Canada or Atlantic Canada, was still at the Provisional Millhaven Assessment Unit awaiting his transfer to a federal prison. Carty, who later moved to Kent, died in his cell on April 26, 2018. So yes guys, that brings us to the end of today's crazy case. This is just one that I wanted to cover really because I found it so interesting. I noticed I've been doing a lot of cases about male killers, male criminals. I thought I wanted to get a female one in there as well, just mix it up a little bit so it's not kind of just, one-sided or something like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and of course leave your suggestions in the comment section down below that hopefully won't be disabled with this video. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.